Hey Sagittarius! Welcome to your first weekly reading for October. This is going to be a general reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. House rules still apply. Take the messages as they resonate. If it doesn't fit your situation, leave it on the table. Take the rest. Alright, so just to let you guys know, I'm kind of doing this a little more like an oracle reading, but I'm focusing on this upcoming Aries full moon on the 1st, which I believe is Wednesday. With Mars in retrograde, I think this Aries full moon is going to be really big for a lot of us. So far, a lot of the messages have revolved around healing. So I'm going to move my foot around. A lot of release going on, but remember, as we release one cycle, we're also starting a new. But this heightened moon definitely can be bringing up a lot of emotions, right? And with Mars in retrograde, it's disturbed a lot of our energy levels, our motivations, our drives, our passions. Tempers could be a little short, emotions could be running high, even higher with this full moon. So I just kind of wanted to see what type of energies we're dealing with, what intentions we should have for this full moon. All right, we will take that. Oh, you got two, nice. All right, Sag, so first one, prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. Definitely love hearing that. Welcome change in 2020, right? And then new moon eclipse, expect powerful change. Love that. So big changes. I would also argue big resets, right? Whenever we talk about eclipse, something is getting blocked out. So there's a chance for a full reset, a system reboot, right? So for some of you, that may even mean, something may end, and it could even be suddenly, but something may come to an end and it literally makes way for another opportunity, right? I'm trying to think of a better example, but like the only thing that is popping into my head right now is like, you may get let go from one job, but then you get an offer for an even better one. It's just making way for a bigger opportunity. So it definitely could be something along those lines. It doesn't have to be, but to me, this eclipse card is really like something like one door closes, another one opens, and the other one that opens is even wider and grander and bigger than the one that shut. So don't be afraid of it, don't have any anxiety over it, but it does feel like something ends and literally right after something opens up. So I would say if there are new opportunities coming to you, especially if something kind of just pops up and be like, hey, would you be interested in this? Definitely worth investigating, if not, completely taking. Like, love hearing that. Alright, let's see what else we can get for you. More messages for Sag. Getting there. Oh, there we go. Peace. I love that. Be at peace, be in harmony. Everything's working out. And for some reason I talked about earlier about, don't let, if there's anxiety or worry or fear, especially about, if something ends, you're like, oh my God, now what do I do? Don't worry about it. Be at peace. Something is like almost ready to replace it already. It's kind of just waiting for the current thing to move, right? And with this being the new moon in Taurus, Taurus is a sign that's all about luxury and comfort, and it can be very indulgent. So with that coming up, you may get a little more uncomfortable before you get back into comfort or get back into that energy. And again, this card is just popping up, be at peace. Be at peace, right? Like, even if it gets funky, I'm not guaranteed that happens. It may be a super smooth transition. But even if it gets funky, it's only going to be funky for a hot second, and then you'll be even more comfortable than you were before, all right? So, beautiful transition. So, this full moon definitely can be setting, releasing those things that don't feel like alignment, or don't feel like they're in alignment, those things that, even though they may, like let's say it's a job, it's serving us, it's, paying the bills. So we have love. This is the strength card. For some of you, for my singles, it may actually be love. It may be talking about union, coming into partnerships. So beautiful energy there. But again, the strength card is a card of overcoming, but not by force, not by bullying your way in. There's no doorman to knock down to get to the door of opportunity. Like, it's just about being you, knowing your power, knowing your strength. It also is a card of Leo, so for some of you this may involve a Leo. This may even be connected to things that happened in Leo season for some of you. Ha! Love it. Let's put this on the side for now. Do I want to take these? You know what? We're going to take them. I'm going to talk about this bad boy first. 6 of Fire. This is the 6 of Wands. This is victory. This is returning victorious, right? I also get a lot of sun energy off this particular image. So again, thinking the sun, the positivity, the power. And again, it's victory is already laid out, right? It's not even in question. You already have the strength and power needed to win. So there's no reason to be stressed. There's no reason to worry. And I say that because we've got some funky stuff in here. So the first two were the 8 of Water, which is the 8 of Cups, as well as the Tower card. Beautiful. This Tower has already happened. This shakeup, I don't think this is a Tower moment that's coming to you. I think this is one that has already happened, right? And we may still be healing from it, or it could have shaken us and we're kind of on guard for the next one, right? I'm not going to let it fall down on me again like it did the last time. I do think this is old, right? And it doesn't have to be like super old, but the way I said it made it sound like this is old, it's ancient. But I don't necessarily think it's recent past, but I do think this has already happened. And I think there's some healing around this issue that you kind of need to release and walk away from, right? Because I think this affects your peace more than anything else. The fear that this is going to happen again, or the fear that whatever shook isn't done shaking, like there's an aftershock coming, and that's what's disturbing the peace. And really, this is just about walking away from that, because we're walking towards this new opportunity, we're walking towards change, right? So we want to move towards this, and that means we need to walk away from the fear that this is going to happen again. Simple as that. We have the Messenger of Water, so this could be a water sign coming to you. This sometimes can be, it definitely is an emotional offer. For some of us, it could even be an apology. So something connected to this Tower moment. Someone may be, hey, that was my bad. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Could be. I do think, if anything, for some of you, that might be connected to how you release. It might help you to, hear this from this person. You don't need it, but it may help for some of you. So I think this is for a smaller group of you, but definitely could be an apology, someone coming to say something. Again, we talked about the love card, so this could be someone bringing, an emotional offer, as in asking you out or confessing their feelings, right? So my Sagittarius out there looking for new love. October may be the month. And then we also have the Empress and the 9 of Water. So Empress, we all know, divine feminine, abundance, creation, creativity, right? Fullness, fertility also for some of us. And then we have the 9 of Water, which is emotional contentment, but it's also the wishes granted card, right? So, whether this is prosperity and finances, wish granted. If it's romance and relationships, wish granted. So whatever you have been trying to create, whatever abundance you've been trying to manifest, expect powerful changes is what I'm saying. And literally we've talked about money, we've talked about romance, so this could be happening in multiple areas. And it doesn't even have to be one. It could be, look at that, bottom of the deck is the World card, end of a cycle, finish with the karmic wheel. So even more so with this release, we're crossing that finish line into new abundance. And a big part of that, I'm going to say, is really linked to having this peace of mind and owning your energy as the Empress, as this divine feminine, as, queen of all, right? So very confident and powerful, but directly linked to fertility and abundance. So you are co-creating a beautiful future. But part of that is breaking this cycle of worrying that this will happen again, worrying that there'll be a repeat of this shakedown. Now, does that mean it'll never happen? Of course not. Of course not. We see Tower moments, over and over again throughout our lives. But it's how we learn from it. It's how we move on and how we pick ourselves up. And the same thing will never repeat exactly how it did before unless we didn't learn the lesson. So if your biggest fear is repeating this cycle, the easiest way to let that happen is to move on, is to take it for what it was, accept it as part of your journey, learn from it, and move forward, right? Why did this happen? And for some things, it's not even anything we did. It was just a circumstance, you know? And in that instance, we have to know we did everything we could. We did exactly what we're supposed to. We followed our heart. We followed our instinct. You know, we did what we thought was best with the information we had or the experience we had. You know, so it wasn't that I failed. It wasn't that I didn't live up to the occasion, right? That was just not the place for me. And I wasn't making any steps or actions to remove myself. It may have even just been struggling, and it just felt hard and challenging, and it wasn't really taking anywhere. And so the universe literally set it up so that it could remove it for you, right? To clear space for what's coming next. So yes, tower moments can be hard, but again, they're there to wake us up. They're there to show us something. And if we never take the time to look and process what happened, we get to repeat it again because we didn't learn the lesson the first time. So if that's the biggest fear you have, Sag, know that how you move on is just to process this moment and learn from this lesson, because there are big things coming to you. There are wonderful, beautiful, abundant wishes about to be granted for you. But a big part of that is one, yes, kind of believing that you own it already, which you do, but you're kind of acknowledging your worth, that this is a vibrational match. If you think, oh, I don't deserve it, I just deserve to be stuck, and you're going to stay there, right? So this is about knowing you deserve better, knowing that you can live without the fear, knowing you can live without this repeating, knowing that you deserve a life that is abundant and prosperous, right? And then that helps that shift. I'm not saying the second you say that to yourself, suddenly this great job falls in your lap, or the boyfriend knocks on the door and be like, hey, I've been thinking about you. Like, just know you have to open yourself up to those things and expect those changes. Like, I would say expect is the big thing. Expect them to come. You shouldn't even be surprised when it happens. You're like, yeah, of course this happened. I'm awesome. Of course you gave me this job. Of course you're interested in me. That's the energy I want you to adopt, my lovely Sages. All right? I'm going to wrap your reading there. As always, I'm sending you guys love and light. Thank you for all the love and support you give me and my channel. If you like this reading, I appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know how it resonated, or let me know what you're going to do with this full moon coming up in Aries. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We get together every week and talk magic and messages. Until then, I am wishing you the best. Thank you as always. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. And I will see you in your next video. Bye.